I'm going to put the battery over here. So I've bought a new hatch. Even though I've got a hatch there, the battery's going to be fitted down this end, so I want access to it. So I put a new hatch in there, only sort of 26 quid for a hatch. So it's not a hard job to do. So I'm just going to mark it out and get it cut in. So I'll bring it back. So I've got it all marked out. A bit tight for space, but it's good enough. So I'll just put a hole down through. Yeah, remember, always measure twice before you start cutting, because once you're cutting, that's it. Unfortunately, I've got quite a lot of DIY gear, so I'm going to use an air saw to cut it out. Makes life a little. I mean, you can use a jigsaw, but I mean, I quite like air tools. Hopefully if I got it right. Just going to use electric drill with a so that's jobbed. Got some sticker which I'll put around, and I'll just screw it down, and that gives me a good access directly on top of the battery, so I won't have to fiddle around too much. Yeah, drill them all off. I mean, it's I think it's about an eighth. No, just under an eighth. Don't know what it is in metric, but who cares about metric? I mean, the reason I put it over this side mainly is because of balance. I've got the starter battery, which would be underneath the console, and this would be the house battery to supply all the lights and the fish finders and things like that. Kind of spread the weight around as evenly as you possibly can. Now if you were to sort of PK straight into this, you're more than likely just split out a lot of the gel coat. So to stop that all chipping away, if you just countersink the hole, that will stop you from chipping all the gel coat. I mean, gel coat is very brittle, and it's does tend to you've got put any pressures like screw through it, it will just chip away all the gel. So that's all ready for fixing now. So I'll clean it all off with some acetone, make sure there's no grease on it, and Sikaflex it down. Right, I'm just going to put the Sikaflex onto the hatch. If you go around the holes, then you can sort of make that a watertight seal as well. it, so that's should make a good seal all the way around. Don't get it on your fingers because it spreads everywhere. And just drop it in place and just screw it down. So the next tricky one is to fit this for the 2 battery setup, and I want to fit it where that old one is, but I want to mount it from the back, so I want to come through a hole so it's just the round bit sticking through the fiberglass. Space is a little bit tight, but hopefully a bit of careful measuring should be able to do it. So that's the next task. It does look like it will fit in. It's just taking the other bit out. Yeah, so they look a lot neater, and the terminals, because they're open, so I mean at least they're being inside and protected, which is always a bonus on a boat. So I'll just cut that hole out now, and yeah, hopefully that will go right. As before, I'm going to use the air saw. Just make sure there's no cables behind. I mean, you don't go in very deep, the length of the blade is quite short, but all the same, make sure there's no cables behind. And there you have it, and hopefully I've got it right. Yeah, that fits in nicely behind. Yeah, that looks alright. See if I can just hold it in from the back, because I don't really want any more fixings if I don't have to have them. Yeah, that should be alright. I'm just starting to do the electrics, which isn't my favourite thing, but I think I've got it sussed. I mean, I have drawn it all out, so I've got a rough idea of what I've got to do. And then, yeah, I've connected them to the switch. So I've got, one is the starter battery, 2 is the house battery, and the output is from the outboard and to my panels. They're all fused panels, so all my switch gear. And I've got a live onto my 1 battery, which goes to, which is this one here. I mean, that's to my bilge pump, which always has to have power. It's an automatic bilge pump, so even when its power switched off, you've still got power coming from the battery to my starter battery. I might actually put that over onto the house battery. Don't know. Yeah, I might put that onto the house battery. Yeah, makes more sense, because you don't really want to drain your starter battery, but it doesn't matter if you drain your house battery. So I'll switch those 2 over. It's all a learning game. It's only when you start talking it through you think, yeah, perhaps I should switch that over. Right then, well, do a few more bits, I'll show you. So for now, I'm off. Gonna make some battery connections. So it's 16mm battery cable and 16mm crimp on connector, with a 10mm hole. So yeah, so that should, so I mean you just sort of, you want the wire to go all the way up into the crimp, so just trim the wire off. Pull the casing off, expose the wire, and that should fit in there. So that sits on there like that. Then you need something to crimp it down. I mean, I bought one of these hydraulic ones off of eBay. They're not that expensive, but I did a camper van as well, so a few years back, so I bought a lot of the stuff to do that. And these hydraulic things, you need to apply a lot of pressure to these crimps to get them to hold. This is when you want about 3 pairs of hands. Yeah, so just you get that held into the grips to start off with. Get your cable in there. Yeah. Like I said, this is where could do another pair of hands, but don't let the cable slide out. And then start crimping down on it. So that's it. So that's it, nicely crimped up. I'm going to put some heat shrink on it as well. Again, you can buy all this stuff quite cheaply. I use clear. Whack it over. There you go. It's watertight and yeah, stops the old corrosion and anything earthing out. I mean, all that bit of metal is covered, it's only this end bit what's not covered now. Now I've got all the electrics wired up. All seems to work. So I mean, I'm still waiting for the battery box to arrive, but that's the only thing I've got to do. So the house battery is down in there. That's the one which hasn't got a battery box at the moment. So if you can see the cables, just routing them around. I've got a lot of slack cable because these switch panels, to work on them I'll just pull them right out and let them hang out. It just makes it easier. To work on them when you can actually take the panel out and sort of rest it on your legs and do any jobs you have to on it. Still debating whether to run some lights around in the cockpit. Underneath the gunnels. I've got this strip light which I just made up myself, so I've got some more of that stuff. So now I've got the second battery, I might as well do that. So if I do that, I'll show you the install.